Hi everybody and welcome back to Sit and Knit for a Bit Spring Edition with Arne and Carlos.
And we are as always your hosts Arne and Carlos, and we are back for yet another spring episode here with you. It's our daily podcast. We've been going on since the 17th of March, and we are now we're halfway, and actually passing halfway. We're into episode number 7.
Yep.
And we look forward to that. Helmer is here with us. Freya's in the other room. She is watching out for the moose. Have there been any moose sightings recently?
No, nothing. But Helmer now where Elvis sleep in the daytime because he's always looking over from the road.
Yeah.
And every time we walk by. And did you see something new? I put water in my hair
to
make me a little bit more.
Yeah. Are you practicing for when you're going to be the hairstylist during our photo shoot?
Yeah, I was wearing a hat this morning and my hair was so flat.
Oh, you look great now.
Thank you.
Yeah,
my
very
curls
natural.
are coming back, you know that?
Yeah, I know. I mean, your curls are coming back, and that's nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what else is new?
To be honest, how long can you keep a conversation about hair going?
Oh, you can talk forever.
Yeah?
Yeah, you have the same hairstyle.
Yeah, I have the hair don't move kind of a style right now.
You're like so sprayed. I'm more like the higher the hair, the closer to heaven.
Yeah, I've got a helmet situation.
You're like more helmet than me.
But you know that I saw, we were showing those vintage a couple of days ago, like was it 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was a helmet.
Yeah, exactly.
But it has the same color as the hair of the model,
it was
so
really
you couldn't
cool.
see it.
And then she had a 60s hairstyle in addition to
You
that.
know, we had those patterns lying around for ages. I've never seen that hat before.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
It was a hat. It was it crocheted or knitted? It was knitted.
It wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday.
Yeah, but the hat was it crocheted?
It was a crochet hat.
And it looked like a helmet.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So you know what? I want that.
Yeah, I'm gonna crochet it for you.
Yeah, or I can crochet it myself.
In yellow.
Oh, that would be nice. Because everybody looks good in
or
yellow.
red. You have to have red when you walk in the mountains.
Yeah. So
that's very important. You have to wear something red. Because if you get lost, people will find you.
Yeah, that's true. We have been going on with our fjällvettregler, which are the Norwegian mountain code rules, and we're reading one every day. And I thought that because we want to, we're halfway now, Arne, so we should change it up.
Okay.
So we should start with that, and then we'll go over to the podcast,
and then we'll see what happens.
And then we'll see if you can find the egg that I've brilliantly hidden.
I'm gonna look later.
Yeah, but anyway, we've been talking. No, it's not on me. We've been talking about the Norwegian mountain code, the fjällvettregler. They are very, very important because people should really pay attention when they're up in the mountains. You really don't know what will happen. I mean, the situation can change like this. You can go from a gorgeous day to a snowstorm in just split seconds. So it's good to have these kind of mountain code and follow it. And actually, if you're not in Norway, but you want to go to the mountains somewhere else, they're good to have there as well. And because they're very popular during Easter. What is it?
My helmet is crazy because I had these goodies for him in my pocket, and now he can smell it. So now he want to be in my pocket.
Anyway, today's your turn to read the...
Okay, and the Norwegian one.
Yeah, and I'll do the English one.
From the chocolate paper. And it's number 4. Vær forberedt på uvær og kulde, selv på korte turer.
Yeah, you see, that's what I was talking about. Exactly, yeah. Be prepared for bad weather and frost, even on short trips. Because really, the weather here can change from this to this. Now, when we did Beseggen in 2018,
it was trip.
In September, it was a gorgeous day. It was sunny, and some of the school kids remember the guy that did it barefoot.
Yeah, that's crazy. He didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, but he was very cool.
But you remember one Easter, we were listening to the radio. Remember that?
No.
And there was this news about a lady.
That was actually no. That was Beseggen. So we did.
No. This was a lady who fell in between some ice on a glacier. You remember?
Oh.
And from the description when they talked about it on the radio.
Oh, it was our friend.
Yeah, we understood. We knew that.
Yeah.
When they talked about But
that's true. Our friend was doing Galdhøpiggen, which is
I think it was Galdhøpiggen, and then you have to reach that mountain. You have to walk over a glacier, and
she fell in the crevasse.
Yeah, because you have to walk like in a group, and you have ropes around your waist.
Yeah, and then she was trying to, and then she sent. So she fell down, and she was rescued by this guy, and before he could thank him, he was gone.
Yeah, so the news on the radio
so
was that she wanted to thank him.
She had written a letter to explain what had happened.
And that was our friend.
And that was so funny because we knew the story because she told us, and then we're listening to the radio, and suddenly her story is there, and we're like, it has to be her. Yeah, that was quite funny. No, I was thinking of the other lady. So when we were doing
that was just a few days later.
Yeah, when we were doing the trip on the walking to Beseggen, it was wonderful weather. It was amazing and just gorgeous. The whole day was just stunning. And we had just decided that day randomly to go. We didn't really check, did we?
No.
We should have checked, but we were okay. And actually, because we're Norwegians, we did have a lot of gear. We had a lot of layers of clothing with us, and jackets, and water, and extra food. We had everything we needed, so we were fine. And then we go there, and it's beautiful weather, and then you have these kids walking barefoot, the Beseggen. And you know, as we already told you guys, we made it on time to catch the boat to go back. And then we went home. And then 2 days later, we are listening to the radio, and there is a report that a woman is missing.
Yeah,
and it was exactly a situation like that. The weather had changed from 1 second to the other. It went from sunny to a storm, and probably she went in to look for some shelter, and she went missing. And she had to spend the night there, which must have been terrifying.
Yeah, out in the cold.
Out in the cold, in the middle of a storm. It must have been terrifying. But the day after, she was found, and she was alive and well. So the story did end very well.
So this is a very important code. And if you do that into a Norwegian knitting code, it will be like, be prepared for everything. Remember like when we went to South Africa and we were knitting those socks for the folk costume?
In the middle of a safari. Yeah.
I wasn't prepared because I lost a needle I guess I lost one of my knitting needles in the car, probably between the seats or something, because when we arrived to the hotel, I was missing one needle and I was doing cable.
And you couldn't continue because
I did continue because the stitches were small.
You did without a cable.
So it was easy.
Without a needle. Yeah.
After that, I didn't use the needle anymore because I just turned the stitches. Yeah. It was quicker. And but that's not being prepared. I should have all my gear with me.
Well, at least you didn't drop your yarn.
No,
you know, imagine you're in the middle of the safari, right? And you're looking at the lions or the buffalo. The buffalo in Africa are deadly. You're looking at the buffalo, you're knitting, and you drop your yarn. And they tell you, whatever you do not get out of the car. Now, I would say that is a panic situation, especially if it's premium yarn and it's from that dye lot that you know will never be the same. And it's the only thing you have to complete. And you actually just, you have this much left of your sweater, and you know that if you're going to get another skein, it's going to be the wrong dye lot, and you're not going to be able.
And they said you shouldn't even put your hand outside of the car. It was an open car.
Yeah, so.
But as long as you kept inside the sides of the car, you were fine. But if you had your arm outside, you would be attacked by a buffalo.
Yeah, so in that case, it would be no knitting while on safari.
No knitting. But I was knitting in the car.
Yeah, but not in the safari car.
No, it was on the roads from one place to the other, and I missed the needle.
Good.
So I wasn't prepared for any weather.
Well, at least you're lucky that it wasn't in the safari car, and that you didn't desperately need your yarn because it was,
in front of a buffalo. That would be crazy.
That would have been crazy.
No, so I didn't do that.
So in Norway, you don't really do safaris. You
have moose safari.
Well, and you have that. What's it called? Musk ox. There is a safari that you can do here, and you can see the.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah.
We did the safari in Iceland. You remember?
The whale safari with no whales.
Safari with no whales, but they had this. Cassette player, is that an English word? In those days they had cassettes, and they played the sound of the whale, and people were like, running over to the other side of the boat to look at the whale. We didn't see anything, but you had the sound came from the roof of the boat.
But here you could do a moose safari or a musk ox safari. Lots of leisure activities around here, which is nice.
Yeah.
And back in the good old days, Arne, when people would come here, they would take the train.
Yeah. It was even mentioned in this book. Remember?
Our station, yes,
yeah,
is
our
mentioned
station was mentioned in the book. It's a book about the first Norseman or Norwegian.
The tourist.
It's the first Norman.
Oh, okay.
And some of them are tourists.
Yeah.
And in that book is written that everybody, or especially ladies from the posh areas in Oslo, they took the trains up here after Christmas to go skiing.
To this particular
this
train station. That's where all the posh ladies got off.
That's what people did.
That's what people did.
And then they stayed in these houses. There were like 3 different places around here where there was like places for healthing.
Yeah, to take the air.
Recreation.
Recreation, to ski and to breathe the fresh mountain air.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I sleep very well here.
Yeah.
And every friend that we've had that has come to stay with us has said the same.
And a guy I met once next to the post box, he said that there was so much of this moss growing on the trees up here. It's like a grey moss hanging down from the birch trees.
Yes.
And it's all over in the woods. And he said that is a sign
of fresh air,
of
pure
fresh air. So the air is really fresh up here.
So before we bought this station, there was a railway that came here from Oslo, and everybody got off here, and then from here they'd go to their respective hotels to enjoy leisurely activities. Now this is 50 years ago or more.
maybe not everybody. Some people might go to the next station also.
Yeah, but I mean the people that came from for holidaying, they would do that. But that was 50 years ago. Now there's not even one hotel here anymore.
No.
So it really changed.
It changed.
Yeah. Most people now, they wouldn't come here to stay in hotels. They come to stay in their own cabins.
Yeah, but now there's a lot of cabins around here.
And
that's so strange because remember we went skiing once and we saw cabins we'd never seen before because we walked on a lake we have never walked on before.
And we're going to devote an entire episode to the cabin, the Norwegian cabin. It's not going to be this one, but this episode we can talk about the train. And we've got a few images for you to see what our train station looked like 100 years ago. And this is so cute. This house is gone though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's how it looked way back in time. And the White House was
this is
like
the station.
Sports hotel.
Yeah, this is the hotel that is actually here, but nobody uses it anymore.
It's going to be converted into a house for someone to live in.
And our house is bigger now.
Our house was enlarged in the 50s.
They have built on it. It doesn't look like this anymore.
And then you have another one that is lovely.
And this is from the lake in the garden. There you can see the hotel again.
And the
there are
ladies.
People, tourists in boats. So this doesn't happen anymore.
No, not anymore. Well, people do come on boats sometime.
That's from 1924.
Yeah.
So it's almost 100.
Helmer would have been really annoyed if they came on boats though, and Freya too. So it's good that they don't do that anymore. They get really annoyed when the ice fishermen come out to the lake. But
this
yeah, the good old days.
Place once.
Yeah, and these were the good old days when there were trains and the good old days for those who took the train. For us, the good old days are now when there are no trains. We don't have any.
I think if there was a train, we wouldn't have lived there because we couldn't buy it then.
No, and it would have been very noisy.
And actually, I remember one year. You remember the first summer?
Mm-hmm.
They tried to make one train trip on the Saturday,
and
they said it should be like the train should come on the Saturday and the Sunday, but it was only on the Saturday because the next Sunday they didn't have enough money to.
Yeah.
so the train came
the tourist train. It was just for
it was for special interest.
It was for people with a very special interest on railway, and it was only like one time But we
It
didn't
was-
live here at the time. It was before we moved
We
here.
hadn't moved in, but we were painting or something because we were here. I remember, or maybe I was there alone, and you were working in Oslo or something. Because
Yeah, I wasn't here.
there was an old train from the 1950s who stopped outside the house, and there were some people coming out. Oh, it went off the train and they kind of played. They took the train. It was
Oh, nice.
it's just a trip for people who paid. And I remember when the train left the station, the whole house was like this.
Yeah, so we're glad there's no more
So-
trains.
We couldn't have anything on the shelves.
So I'm very excited about something.
Oh, what's that?
About, I've hidden an egg, and I think I did a brilliant job.
This is crazy, Carlos, because when you start talking about this, there's so much things popping up in my head, and I have forgotten about the egg.
Oh.
I haven't even... I saw it.
Oh, I thought I hid it in a very brilliant place.
I haven't thought about it. No, how could...
You get carried away, don't
Yeah,
you?
because I was looking behind me just a minute ago, and I didn't see it, and now I saw it.
Yeah.
You're not so clever. This is the egg of the day.
Egg number 7, we're
It has
calling
a
it cherry
flower.
blossoms.
Cherry blossoms. Because it reminds us of cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
The color and the flower.
And of course, the best cherry blossoms we've ever seen were in Japan.
Yeah.
In Tohoku. We were there.
That was so beautiful.
We were there many years ago. We were there actually to do relief work after the tsunami in 2011 and
Yeah.
do workshops and kind of get people to
Come back to the area.
yeah.
After the
A big project there, and it was really nice, and we saw the most beautiful cherry blossoms ever.
Yeah, and remember we went to this old couple. They had a very nice farm.
Oh yeah, such a sweet
And
couple.
the old lady had a kitchen garden and a greenhouse. It was
Yeah.
so beautiful.
And then the other lady that made the tofu.
Oh, the tofu lady.
Sweetest lady ever.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad actually because we had the plan. Were planned to go back to
Tohoku,
Japan,
yeah, we were
Tohoku
booked.
in October
Yeah.
to do some knitting retreat there
Yeah.
to get more people to the area. And then because of the COVID, we had to cancel.
Yeah.
I hope we can do it.
Yeah,
Later.
at some point when we start traveling again, Japan is on the
Yeah.
top of our list
Yeah.
of places we have to go since the whole program that we were doing got
Mm.
cancelled. And actually, this year is on March 11th, it was 10 years since
Yeah.
the big earthquake that hit the entire area,
Mm.
which is why we ended up going there a few years later. Yeah. So cherry blossoms, we love them. We can't have cherry blossoms here.
No.
And you know what they say, you want to have those things that you can't. So,
So if you
yeah.
want blossoms, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah, cherry blossoms here doesn't work. We can't have these beautiful palm trees either.
No.
I wish we could, but we can't. So yeah.
But maybe with the climate change, maybe
yeah.
in the future we will grow oranges and
We may. Anyway, we put them on the egg instead, and there you go. You can enjoy a lovely knitted egg. Do we have a tip today? Maybe we should do a colorwork tip.
a tip today. Yeah, when you do color work, you have to remember to catch the floats. If not, the tension will be so uneven. Even if it's a egg and you will stuff it, you still have to carry the yarn if there are a lot of stitches between the color. If not, it will be more like
Yeah. It
word.
Pucker.
Pucker.
So you should do 3,
Yeah.
4,
Three-
maximum 4 stitches
Maximum 4.
before you carry the yarn and twist them in the back. So
And never
that-
on the same, in between the same stitches on a
straight
on
line.
a straight line,
Yeah.
because then you will see the yarn.
Yeah, if you have many rounds where you would actually twist the yarn in the same place, what you then need to do is not follow the rules. So if the rule says maximum 4, what you want to do is you want to still stagger them so that on one row maybe you twist at 3, and on the other row maybe at 4, and then on the other row you actually break the rule.
Yeah.
Because rules are made to be broken.
Yeah.
And then you twist at 5, or you can go back and twist at 3 again. But making sure that your
you
twist...
have to twist. I've seen some people made Christmas balls where they didn't think about this at all. So suddenly the color is going like straight through the ball.
Yeah.
And then you
that's-
have a problem.
And that's also one of the reasons why we don't recommend twisting after every... Some people, when they do color work, they think they have to twist the yarns together after every single stitch. But that also creates a very non-elastic fabric, and when you look at it, you can see right through it, and you can see both colors.
And you will tangle the yarn a lot.
Yeah.
So make it easy.
It is a really, really good tip, Arne.
Yeah.
And I think that with that, we are done for today.
Yep. We said everything.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go.
I'm
Well,
so confused now because we started with the mountain rule.
we did, yeah. Well, we haven't talked about the competition.
Now we have a competition.
We haven't talked about the formalities, and I haven't told you yet that I'm gonna go do dinner, but I am. So we're gonna have dinner as well. Fish on the menu, by the way.
No crab.
No, that was yesterday.
Oh.
You can't have crab 2 days in a row. And tomorrow we're doing takeaway. We're doing a Thai takeaway.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
We haven't
that's
had
good.
that for a long time.
Exactly. I thought we'd treat
I
ourselves.
want something with shrimps
You always want something with shrimps or crab
or crab,
or fish.
even if we have the fridge full.
Even if we have the fridge full. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Competition. You post a picture of the egg, and if you post many, there's more chance that we see you, because we're gonna pick random, not by the quality of the picture, because that is almost impossible.
Yeah.
And then you have to remember to get engaged, which means you should subscribe, put on your notifications.
No. Engage with the videos means you should like the episode and give us a lot of comments.
Yeah, but then you have to.
No, you don't have to subscribe to engage. You can
You can do that. You can just watch the video and then you can engage.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we'd love it if you become a subscriber. And if you do, make sure to turn on your notifications by clicking on the bell, because then you'll never miss an episode.
Yeah.
So those are the formalities. Tag your egg, your photos of your eggs on Instagram and on Facebook with the 2 hashtags ARNE CARLOS and the other hashtag sit in it for a bit. We are loving every single image we're seeing, and we can't wait to see more.
Yeah.
So much fun. And if you want to do the knit along, it's not too late. I mean, Easter doesn't start officially until April 1st, and 12 eggs, you could actually knit that in a few days. So you can go to our website at arnecarlos.com, and you can purchase the pattern there. So those are a few of the formalities. It's been a pleasure having you here, but I need to do some fish, and tomorrow I'm taking a cooking break, and we're gonna go get takeaway, which I am looking forward to as well.
It's so good.
It will, yes. So
we have Thai food on wheels.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
It is. Yes.
Okay,
so you're already dreaming of your delicious curry that you're gonna have.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again tomorrow, which is gonna be Wednesday, March 24th, for a brand new episode, which will be episode and egg number 8.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.